All right, y'all, we are live on this beautiful Monday afternoon. God bless everybody in Jesus' name. I pray you and your family are super blessed as Bitcoin is still in Chop City, baby. But we're going to be breaking it down, giving you all the deets you need to know about how to trade the chop. Major shout out to everybody in the chat, guys. Just to let everybody know, today, during this live stream, we are giving away $1,000 courtesy of BLOFIN. BLOFIN, link in the pinned chat. If you want to win $1,000, we're going to split it up, guys. We're going to split it up between a few winners. What you need to do is go ahead and sign up to BLOFIN using the Jason Casper link. BLOFIN is giving the lowest fees that they allow, period. I mean, you will not trade with fees this low unless you use the Jason Casper link. BLOFIN is giving 0.02% market order fees to the Jason Casper community. So if you sign up using my link, you don't have to deposit, you don't have to do nothing, you don't have to blah blah blah, you don't have to da-da-da, but you can win some money and trade with some low fees. Bitcoin currently getting a move down, bouncing from a POC. Took a little bit of a short trade just for fun here. Don't know if it's going to hit my first TP, because I said it at the golden pocket, but we're bouncing from the POC. Just a quick reminder, guys, I'm currently trading on KCEX, best deal on fees, period. I'm trading on WEEX, I'm trading on BLOFIN, and I'm trading on ANTARCTIC, decentralized exchange. This is a DEX, ANTARCTIC, also offering very low fees, only to the Casper crew. If you sign up using my link for ANTARCTIC in the description, on a decentralized platform, you can take advantage of 0.015% market order fee. All right, this is lower than everything that is offered on the Antarctic Exchange fee tier. All right, if you check it out, the lowest they go is 0.02%. All right, 0.02%. for the taker fee. All right, so you're trading on the Casper Crew link. I guess you can't see it. There you go. As low as they go, VIP 5. You have to trade 500 million volume to get there. But if you sign up with my link, you get lower fees in this 0% limit, 0.015% market. All right, it's pretty crazy. Crazier than that time. I was driving and trading, running from the dang cops, because they were chasing me, trying to steal my crypto gains, baby. Officer pulled me over. He said, "Jason Casper, can you walk the white line?" I said, "Officer, I can't. I'm drunk on the dang candles." He said, "Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to step out of the car. Put your hands on the car." I said, "Officer, look, let me tell you a thing or two." I gave him this face right here, okay? He could see by my face that I was a YouTuber in crypto. And that's when he realized he had an opportunity to learn a thing or two about trading. I said, "Officer, if you don't give me an arrestation or write me a citation or give me any frustration, I'll teach you how to make these juicy crypto gains." And I even let him join the community at jasoncaspertrading.com, where we gave the setup from the exact high in real time, which is currently still open over here, where we gave the setup from 94.5, which is also currently still open from here. And where we gave the setup in real time from 985.9, as we're currently getting that juicy bounce in the juiciest profits, baby. All right, that's what I did to that sweet, sweet officer. That sweet officer. His name was Chalkuffer, Officer Chalkuffer. A quick reminder, guys, if we can get 1,000 likes in the first half hour, we'll be giving away another $1,000, but we're giving away $1,000 no matter what this stream. All right, we got to give a shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Pips Made Simple. Did I tell him about the uneven butt cheek pattern? Of course I told him. Of course I told him about the uneven butt cheek pattern, man. Shout out to Michael Saylor. He says, "BLOFIN, no bueno." Well, it's pretty dang bueno fees, to be honest with you. Shout out to Recyco, who says, "Of course we pump." Crypto Tom in the chat. God bless you, Crypto Tom. It's amazing to see you here. Shout out to L Tex-Mex Alex. Shout out to Siggy, says BLOFIN is a meme exchange. Refuse to verify, even though the document's valid. Well, I think they have excellent customer service, to be totally honest, and I'm not sure about that stuff. as far as I know, they're a non-KYC exchange. Am I out of my long? Heck no, baby. A shout out to Make Me a Millie. He says, likes are pathetic, guys. Exit the chat and hit the like button, por favor. En español, mi amigo. Shout out to Penrod. He says, BLOFIN froze my account. Well, I don't know what to say about that. I'm sorry to hear that. If you're in my community, reach out to me. And I'm sure we can get it sorted, bro. Alright? Major shout out to Kevin McGee in the house. Shout out to X-Super Assassin who says, awesome. Shout out to Jonathan Morris. He says, it's an honor to be the next Fed chair. Thank you for all the support, guys. Jonathan Morris, it is a huge blessing to have you as the next Fed chair. Shout out to Preparing for War. He loves BLOFIN. Shout out to Jules. I only love JC. Which JC you talking about? Jason Bubbies are so cool. Same as Bitcoin Pump. Shout out to Crypto Tobe 3050 and Daniel Caprude 8269. Dusty Hunt. Is Bitcoin a great stock? It's a little bit of a good stock. You know, their CEO, Michael Saylor, it has the potential to ruin the company when he has to sell Bitcoin. And major shout out, by the way, to Anthony Lee Crypto. God bless you, bro. Good to see you here. Preparing for War says, I've used lots of exchanges, and I can honestly say, BLOFIN is the best exchange at this point that he's ever used. Shout out to Jason Butchie. Next Fed chair endorsed the Casper crew. That is what is up. Shout out to Blockberg. He says, Germany loves you. Well, thank you. I am myself a little bit German. Yeah. Just like Arnold was German. Nah, he was Austrian. But look, as an American, we can't tell the difference between Austrians and Germans. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. In fact, pretty much the only two countries I know of in Europe are England and Germany. England and Germany are the only two Western European nations that exist. England and Germany. Not the UK. No, England and Germany. Major shout to everybody in the chat. And let's pop right into this, guys. First of all, speaking of Michael Saylor, Michael Saylor's strategy has just purchased 1.25 billion Bitcoin at an average price of 91.5K. They now hold 62.2 billion of Bitcoin acquired at an average price of 75,353. Crazy. Why is this crazy? Well, let's just take a look at the chart, okay? If the Bitcoin price just so happens to come below the very important level of this, they will be in what we say in Mexico, ze rojo, all right, which is Spanish for the red. Ze rojo, all right. That's pretty crazy, especially since there is a chance here that, I mean, could this be a bear flag? Could it? We'll talk about it a little bit later. But historically speaking, right now, of course, the 4-year cycle could be dead and gone. But historically speaking right now, guys, all right, we are heading into a period of time based on the 4-year cycle, based on the high term time frame signals of 9 months of sideways and down, all right? 9 months. 9 months, 40 weeks. So if you want to have a baby born at the Bitcoin bottom, now's the time. Fellas, now's the time. The soil is fertile. Now is the time. Your baby can be born at the Bitcoin bottom, all right? Pumping up to a new all-time high. By the time that kid is, I don't know, 2, 3, I don't know. By the time they're old enough to talk to you, Bitcoin's going to be at all-time high. Now you can tell them, hey, look, we made it finally. We're rich. And the kid can talk to you back. They won't know what rich is, and kids don't care at all about that stuff. Isn't that crazy? They just have a happy life. They have no stress, no money, no nothing to worry about. They don't care. They're always so happy. My goodness, you give them a dang ice pop, it's the best day in the world. Kids are awesome. Now, let's take a look at something else here. Speaking of Michael Saylor, who did purchase more Bitcoin, check this out, man. Check this out. Look at this, man. Unprecedented. Fed Chair Jerome Powell faces criminal investigation from the Department of Justice. Trump says he doesn't know anything. about the case, quote unquote, while Powell calls it intimidation. All right, intimidation. Federal Reserve Jerome Powell facing criminal charges by the Department of Justice, an unprecedented escalation in his long-running conflict with President Donald J. Trump. Prosecutors are looking to Powell's testimony to Congress last June about a $2.5 billion renovation of the Federal Reserve headquarters in Washington, D.C., with accusations that he may have lied to lawmakers. My goodness, Jerome Powell would never lie, right? Powell says these allegations are just politically motivated, aimed at pressuring the Fed to lower interest rates in line with Trump's preference, because Jerome Powell thinks that Jerome Powell says, Trump, you're just saying this because you want lower interest rates, because you want everything to pump, so you can say, look at me, baby. Here we are, baby. I can't do a good Trump impression. The economy's at an all-time high. It's never been higher. Sounds like Dolores, doesn't it? Trump and Dolores are related. If you know who Dolores is, put a 1 in the chat. She hasn't made a cameo on this channel in a real long time. Now Trump says, I don't know what you're talking about, Jerome Powell. You must be drinking that Federal Reserve Kool-Aid. You must just be drinking that Federal Reserve Kool-Aid that, makes you think you can just print money forever without any negative consequences. Very interesting stuff, man. And I'm pretty sure when this news came out, which was today, we did get a little bit of a pump in the Bitcoin. Super interesting. Now, speaking of that, as this is happening, right? As the Department of Justice, or as I call it, DOJ, D-O-J, all right? Not D-O-G-E. Speaking of Powell and Trump, Bitcoin fails Haven test as Justice Department subpoenas Powell. Crypto Daybook Americans. All right, this is quite interesting. Donald Trump investigating Jerome Powell. Meanwhile, Jerome Powell's he himself is getting into the crypto stuff. All right. Bitcoin did not act as a safe haven today. It didn't rally strongly despite major market stress. This follows news that the U.S. Department of Justice has issued grand jury subpoenas to Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell and even threatened a criminal indictment related to his testimony. A dramatic escalation in the conflict between the Fed and the Trump administration. So, according to some analysts, because Bitcoin isn't pumping and is staying subdued, it's showing that Bitcoin is less likely to be a safe haven asset for purchasing power during political and or legal turmoil. While traditional assets like gold, silver are spiking to record levels, Bitcoin is just in Chop City. What do you guys think? Do you think Bitcoin fails the test as a safe haven asset? I'll be honest with you, okay? I will be honest with you. Maybe local. Maybe in the past few months, Bitcoin fails the test. Okay, maybe. But I've been in Bitcoin for a long time, baby. I have been in Bitcoin since 2016. And I'm pretty sure the dollar supply since 2016 has way more than doubled. In fact, the dollar supply has doubled since 2021. Right? Which means as the dollar supply doubles and the dollar gets weaker and weaker and weaker, Bitcoin has outperformed the dollar by 666%. Uh-oh. Illuminati signaling? I've been in Bitcoin since 2016, baby. And since that time, it has gone up 22,000%. Compare that to gold, and trust me, I love gold. I love gold. All right, but I've been in gold since 2014. 2014, I got into gold, which means I'm up on gold 300%. Okay, so the last bull cycle, I'm up 666% on my Bitcoin. The last 8 years, I'm up 22,000%. Gold is up 300% in the last 12 years. I feel like Bitcoin's kind of a safe haven asset. I'm just throwing that out there, man. I'm not saying gold is bad to have, but I don't think you could say it fails the test. Unless you're talking about the last few months. Honestly, even if you're talking about the last few years, Bitcoin doesn't fail the test. 2025 is a sideways year. That's pretty safe. That's a pretty safe haven. You put your dang money in Bitcoin the beginning of 2025, you literally have your same exact purchasing power today. Yeah, it didn't rally like gold, but you put your dang money in 2022, you're up 600% since then. I mean, if anything, Bitcoin's a preserver and an increaser of the purchasing power. And I'm not saying gold's bad, but how could you say Bitcoin fails the test? That's just my opinion, you know? I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy here on YouTube. And speaking of that, look, Bitcoin's pumping after failing to hit my take profit at the Fibonacci golden pocket, because instead we filled this fair value gap and bounced from the high volume node, front running my TP by a few bucks, my own fault. And of course, I'm trading over on ANTARCTIC exchange, decentralized exchange with the lowest fees you can get on a DEX. They even have a mobile app that works seamlessly with any wallet, hard or soft. Use a soft wallet, a hard wallet, hot wallet, a cold wallet. All right, check it out, link in the description. Best fees, also trading on KCEX, centralized, best dang fees, link in the description. And also a quick reminder, guys, if you want a chance to win 1,000 USD today, courtesy of BLOFIN, they're giving it away. All you got to do is click the link, sign up using my Jason Casper affiliate link. Not only do you unlock 0.02% market order fees, but you have a chance to win the money. You have a chance to win the money. All right, it is a new week. Happy Monday. My voice just cracked there. Finally, I hit puberty. Man, it took me a long time. Guys, it is a Monday. We're going to start on the 2-week time frame here. As we know, the Bitcoin price is in Chop City. But in the background microwave radiation, we have this going on here. We have come down to a very important zone in this sideways range, the area between the 786 and the 886. We can clearly see that our range here is defined by these highs at about 124,000, and I would say this support resistance slipped down here at about $74,000. All right, this is the context in which the market is bound right now, with the lows here and the highs here. And after getting a CDW, a chickens drinking water, of this first all-time high from August on October 6th, in which we shorted it in the Casper crew in real time at jasoncaspertrading.com, we've gotten a move down, changing market structure on the weekly, and we're starting to form this ascending channel, right? This squeezy looking ascending channel after bouncing from these key supports. Now, the reason why this is so important is because we have confirmed bear divs on the high time frames, like the 2-month, like the month, even like the week, even the 2-week. You know, we can clearly see that as the price is getting higher over these times, all right, market Cipher B is getting lower. Money flow, momentum getting lower, giving us the dreaded upside down Sam Bankman-Fried bearish man boot pattern. All right, the old bear market villain from last time, rearing his ugly chest once again. For some reason, and we don't know why, the money flow, the momentum, the nips get lower over time. Even the hair, look at the hair come down, even the smile. See how it angles down as the price is getting higher? And now, here's what's important. We are starting to form a bottom. All right, we are starting to form a bottom here. Now go back in time and take a look-see at the chart on the 2-week. Right? Whenever we form a bottom on the 2-week and confirm a green dot, it means we pump. Doesn't matter if we're in a bull or a bear market. All right, doesn't matter if we are in a bull or a bear market. All right, go to the weekly time frame. You get an oversold wave on the weekly confirmed. It means we get a move up, even in a bear market, 45%. Again, 43%. And then bear market bottom, pump up, okay? After a move to the downside like this, where we saw many people out of the market, seller exhaustion, massive amounts of liquidations, people are kind of on the sideline. And even if you're bearish here, which I personally am, I think we're probably going to do something like this, or take that high one more time and come back eventually down to the bottom of the range, below Michael Saylor's entry. You can't really do something like this oversold, without a significant move to the upside. In addition, we do have a hidden bullish divergence here, technically speaking, because from this low to this low, the price is making a higher low, and yet momentum is making a lower low. That is called a hidden bullish divergence. I do think there's room here to the upside, okay? So as we are in Chop City, I believe Chop is going to eventually break to the upside, all right? I believe Chop is eventually going to break to the upside and hit some targets, like, first of all, 96, very important level. But if we can reclaim 96, guys, we get vacuum sucked. We got to go back to Bitget to see the real volume. If we can reclaim 96K, we will get vacuum sucked to the value area high around $113,000, $114,000. Basically, a giant bull trap before seeing another move to the downside. That is my current sentiment on the market. The reason why, one of the reasons why I do believe the top is in for now for the next few months is because we've broken the trend line, right? Very simple stuff, all right? Very simple stuff, right? It's some Tory trade stuff, all right? Even if we come back to the trend line, make a new all-time high, you know, we're still rejecting from it. Boom, we reject. You know, we could come down. Now, right now, we go down to our 4-hour time frame. Remember, it's a Monday, false move Monday. What have we seen here in Chop City? Man, we have seen the craziest things. First of all, we saw the high being put in right here on the 9th of December, right? Then last week, we came and we tapped that liquidity, getting a rejection right from the setup given in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, right? Short taken from that high, that chicken's drinking water pattern. Locked in a little bit of money on the trade, okay? Locked in a little bit of money on the trade. And then what happened is we came down and we actually are back testing a very key area of support right now, which is this. We have this support resistance flip. And we draw a line on the chart, we can see that for the entirety of this range, this has been very significant. It was support November 26th through November 30th. Then it was support again from December 7th, flipped into resistance on December 13th. It was resistance from December 13th all the way until the breakout on January 3rd. We get the breakout, fake out of the top of the range. Now we're getting a bounce again from this area. Now over the weekend, we did come down, fill a CME gap here. I want you to take a look very locally because we do have something that could turn bullish. Could. Not saying for certain, but it could, which is this. As we're holding this support and the price is trying to break lower each time, we are seeing the money flow on the 1 hour get higher, crossing from purple to blue. We're seeing the momentum waves cross from purple to blue. In other words, the support has been holding now since Thursday, right? So as long as this holds, there's a chance that instead of dropping lower, because this is a key support, we could see the move up, make a new high, and come up to our $96,000, $97,000 area. All right, that is what we are looking for. Now, just a quick reminder, when in Chop City, what you need to focus on the most as a trader is not trying to chase the price, not trying to time the breakout, although you can. I'm not, but I'll be honest. It's way, way easier to lose money trying to time the breakout than it is to come to a chart and just objectively say, we are trading sideways in Chop City. If I'm going to be looking for a good trade, where are the places that would make the best setups? Well, honestly, right now, based on volume and Fibonacci, the area that is going to make the best long trade would be either where we're bouncing from right now, okay, because this is a support resistance flip. If we come lower, we are talking about this area right here between 86.5 and 87.8. That is because this is the highest volume node of the range here. This is the value area low of both ranges. We pull the fib from low to high. We put on our 618 Fibonacci. It's the 618 Fibonacci, the 786 Fibonacci. Also, we have liquidity to be taken, right? In Chop City, why are we chopping around? Because the market makers are coming for your liquidity. What they do is they stop hunt people. We have stop losses here, stop losses here, stop losses here, stop losses here, stop losses here. So if we're coming down to these areas, this is where we say, you know what? The market makers just wrecked a whole bunch of people in Chop City. People who are expecting the breakout are wrecked. Now's the time to look for the dang reversal, right? So that's how you need to approach Chop City, honestly, right? You have to prepare for the setups. Where is the best setup? A fake out of the previous high is one of the best setups, right? What about 86.5? right? 86.5. We came down to a Fibonacci golden pocket on December 22nd. We came to the bottom of a range. After Chop City, you ask yourself, where are those best setups? And when it comes to your place, that's where you can take the dang trade. And we did, right? We took it. We locked in our money, right? And now we're waiting for the next trade in the Casper Crew VIP Discord at jasoncaspertrading.com, where myself and 3 other instructors multiple times a day live walk through the markets, give you the analysis and the trade setups. Of course, it's not financial advice. We are not financial advisors, and we don't give signals. But we do tell you what we're doing, why, and how. Not financial advice, demo trading only, paper trading only. And if for some reason you think I'm a financial advisor, I just want to do this. And I want you to take a screenshot of this. Okay? Take a screenshot of this. And if you think I'm a financial advisor, and you lose money because of me, you look at this picture and you say, I was idiot for thinking this guy is a financial advisor. Okay? Because I'm not. Now, a quick reminder, if you want to win $1,000, courtesy of BLOFIN, all you got to do is click the link in the pinned chat right here. Okay? And say, yes, we pump. Alright? Uh-oh. 56% say we pump. Alright? The other 44% say no. Okay? So we are here once again in Chop City. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame. We saw some bullish divergence here. We are right now, after seeing this bullish divergence, we came up, made a slightly lower high from yesterday, come down, bouncing from the local value area low of the range. And honestly, the 1 hour looks like she wants to give us a little bit more. 24-minute time frame, money flow curve to the upside after a bullish dip. Looks like she wants to give us a little bit more here. In fact, making me want to close out this short trade. In fact, I'm going to close it. I'm going to close out this short trade right here. All right, let's close it out, baby. We're going to close it out for a tiny little profit here. All right. We're closing it out for a tiny little bit of a profit. All right. There we go. 150 smackaronis. Just a little tiny profit. All right. And you know what? You know what? Why not just go long, baby? It is looking like we're getting a little bit more upside here. All right, why not? It does look like we're going to get a little bit more upside here. Horrible entry there, by the way. But let's see what happens. All right, we'll put our stop below the low, 99.29. Risking about 180 bucks. Basically, we're risking our profit from the short. Let's see what happens here. This is a horrible entry. But you know what? It looks like we could get some upside here. This is definitely not financial advice, by the way, guys. All right, this is definitely 100% not at all financial advice. I'm so excited to be trading on Antarctic Exchange that I couldn't help myself but say, you know what, it looks a little pumpy here. And we're bouncing from the level. The 1 hour looks like more upside. Let's see if we can't break out of this and hit the highs again. Like, honestly, let's see if we can't. It's a 5-to-1 risk-reward ratio if we come back to the high. You know, that's a pretty good risk-reward if we come back to the high. 94,741, you know? Let's go ahead and 94,741 it. Take out half the position, baby. All right. Boom. All right. Here we go. That's not a bad risk to reward right there, you know? 5-to-1 for a TP Uno. Let's see what happens, guys. Over on Antarctic Exchange, lowest fees on a DEX, period, for Jason Casper. 0% limit. 0.015% market. All right. On a DEX, it's unheard of. All right. On a SEX, right now, KCEX got the best fees, all right? Over here on good old KCEX. All right. Look at the 24-minute. To be honest, we have a nice bull div here. We have a nice uneven butt cheek pattern. Yeah, I mean, look what happened this morning. I didn't long it this morning because I don't like to take longs like right at New York Open, but we came down. The price made a lower low. We had a deep momentum wave, a shallow momentum wave, giving us the good old-fashioned uneven butt cheek pattern. Big, fat, lots of squats and deadlifts, high protein, doesn't fear the carbs. Butt cheek on the left, and then on the right, should be in the backpack. Check the backpack. Then on the right, we got ourselves a cardio bunny over here. All right, doesn't squat, doesn't deadlift, fears the carbs, doesn't eat protein, doesn't want to get bulky. Okay, you see those two gals together in the gym. That is called a bullish divergence. And when you change market structure, which we did, right? Because we had our low, then we made a higher high, taking out this higher low. You come back for the retest, and sometimes, you know, that could turn to a higher high. Now remember, guys, we are in Shop City, and I just gave the spiel about waiting for the best trade setups. This is definitely not the best trade setup. All right? To be totally honest, I would not have taken this trade at all if I wasn't live on YouTube. I'll be totally honest with you. All right? It's purely just for entertainment value to see what happens, plus to check out Antarctic Exchange, plus I just made 150 bucks on a short, and now I'm risking 180 bucks on a long, which literally is risking me $30, guys, and I'm up tens of thousands of dollars right now on my trade. So it's literally a zero risk trade. I'm being very honest and open about that, okay? But let's see what happens here. We're going to check out the order flow, and then we'll take a look at some other assets here. Let's check out the order flow. This is that live order flow showing us exactly what's happening. Who's buying, who's selling, who's scared, who's not, who's on the treadmill, who's deadlifting. Wow, my goodness. My goodness. This is very interesting. Giant. We have a bullish CVD divergence right here, guys. A CVD divergence. We are actually seeing what appears to be here. Some bullish absorption happening, all right? What do I mean by that? What do I mean by that? Well, Market Monkey, guys, link in the description. We are from this low to our higher low here, which, by the way, is a pretty key support resistance flip. We filled the fair value gap. We are seeing more shorts opening up right down here than we are right here. All right, we're seeing more shorts opening right at this higher low than we did at this lower low. What does this mean? Remember, what moves the price? It's the buyers and the sellers. If there's more buyers than sellers, we pump. If there's more sellers than buyers, we dump. This chart is telling us there are more sellers here than there were here. So how is it possible that price has been going up if there are more sellers? Well, this is called absorption, right? This is where you have a whale, all right, the whale here with his BLOFIN. Get it? Man, Jason, guys are so clever, man. All right, this whale, this is that big fat guy right now on a yacht surrounded by hot chicks on the winning side of all your losing trades. He is absorbing it. All the retail traders that are shorting this, thinking we're going lower. Meanwhile, he's building along so he can push the price to the upside. That is what this chart appears to be showing right now. And we can tell this because as the price is making a higher low, we're seeing more shorts opening than longs, and yet the price is holding a trend line, all right, and changing market structure. If you want to learn more about this, okay, I highly recommend check out the Jason Casper YouTube channel, because for free, I have a trading course, totally free, all right? Check out the trading course right now, totally free. I have an entire session on CVD absorption, order flow and CVD explained, all right? In this session, I talk all about CVD and order flow, and clearly you can tell what I know what I'm talking about. Clearly, I'm not a financial advisor, and clearly you can tell what I'm talking about because nobody has hair that nice who doesn't know what they're talking about. Okay? All right. So what looks like we got some bullish absorption here. Maybe this long on Antarctic decentralized exchange with the lowest fees, link in the description, is actually going to be playing out for us. All right, we got to check out Ethereum here as well. Look at ETH. Let's go to we're going to start on the weekly again, just like we started with Bitcoin. But remember, guys, double bottom on the weekly for Ethereum historically has been moved to the upside. And we can see, just we were talking about liquidity and whales and all this kind of stuff, we can see that, you know, we have stop losses above these highs, no real resistance until around 4K. If Bitcoin starts to break out, Ethereum would get an easy cheesy squeezy, lemon peasy, up to around 4 keysy, which is another way to say $4,000. All right, I personally feel that this range here is going to eventually break to the upside, easy squeeze to 4,000 based on our weekly bottom. 2 week looks like it could give us some upside here. The 2 day, I want to point out the 2 day here. What happened here on ETH is we formed a nice bottom. All right, let's take a look. We formed a nice bottom, deep momentum wave, higher high, trigger wave here. We're starting to see this red dot. It looks like it wants to turn around and give us another little leg to the upside. We go to the daily, and it looks like on ETH, we want to see a green dot start to print here in continuation with this direction of the money flow and the momentum. Okay, now let me be very clear. I'm not telling anybody to long ETH right now, because when you're on the high time frames, these are not buy and sell. Well, okay, let me be different. They are buy and sell signals on the weekly and the daily. Those are the time frames that give you actual buy on spot and sell on spot signals. Okay. But when we're looking at these time frames on the high time frames to say what looks more probable in the future, these are not buy and sell signals. These are definitely not enter leverage trade signals. These are bias creating signals. These are the types of signals that tell you, you know what, things look bullish in the future. And so therefore, because I feel, based on the data, that the probabilities are higher that we go up than down, therefore I will look for entries on lower time frames that have good risk to reward ratios, using good risk management, and I'm going to be biased for looking for longs. I'm going to be biased for looking for good longs and holding those good longs up to the targets that we think we can hit based on the fact that these higher term time frames look bullish, right? That's how you have to interpret this, because obviously this is not a buy signal. And obviously this is not a sell signal. We don't have a clear top. We don't have a clear bottom. What we do have is we have this shape, all right? We formed a nice bottom from key support. We changed market structure. We got a higher low from key support again. We're seeing continued momentum getting higher, continued money flow getting higher. And so therefore, we can say, you know what? It looks like when this thing bottoms out again, that's going to be a continuation signal. So therefore, this week, I'm going to be a little bit biased for a long on Ethereum, meaning this: if we come down to some key supports, it would be interesting to get into a long trade. What kind of key supports do we have on ETH right now? Well, there's a few very interesting levels. First of all, since Thursday, we have been building higher lows, okay, on the daily here. We can go down to the 4 hour. And we can see these higher lows kind of forming here. And as we're seeing these higher lows forming, we're also seeing some bullish divergences, right? So earlier today, technically, could have made for a good long, but we can understand that there's a lot of stop losses, like under this low here, under this low here, under this low here. So therefore, if we come down below here and we see a fake out, right, that is going to give us a very bullish divergence on ETH, right? Once again, we are going to have a classic, all right, classic uneven butt cheek pattern. Boom. Big on the left, nice and juicy, skinny on the right, just around the booty. You know? Boom! And not only that, but I mean, look at this. Right, we take the Fibonacci golden pocket from these lows to the high. And my goodness, do my eyes deceive me? Do my eyes deceive me? But it looks like right underneath those lows is the dang Fibonacci golden pocket. My goodness! And not only that, but do my eyes deceive me? Or is there a trend line that we could draw literally going all the way back to November 26th? Say, wow, look at this beautiful support resistance flip, right? If we take a look at some volume here, do we see anything else? Right now, no. Let's see if we see anything from here. Nope, nothing else to look at. But we have three nice confluences right here, all right? Now, if we don't hold this level, then obviously, we look for a lower entry, right? And we're going to look for those key levels here. Let's go ahead and pull our ETH range from here. Yeah, honestly, if we're going to lose this, I'd say probably coming down to 2,900 to around 3,000 would be the next place to be looking, right? Speaking of Chop City, because that's going to be taking us down to the bottom of the range, right? Down to the bottom of the range. So, quick reminder, guys. Shout out to BLOFIN, giving away $1,000 today. Not only that, but BLOFIN has the lowest fees, 0.2%, that they're offering the Casper crew. All right, so you cannot trade with these low fees on BLOFIN unless you use my link. If you sign up using my link, then you can have a chance to win $1,000. You don't have to deposit anything. Michael Saylor says, November 26th, LOL. Was I wrong about the day? Was I wrong about the day, November? Nah, I wasn't wrong about that day. No, right around here. I wasn't wrong. I was right. Your boy Jay Casp, he knows a thing or two. He's not a financial advisor. Let's see. Let's check out the ETH against Bitcoin pair. All right. ETH versus Bitcoin. You guys know the scoop. All right. You guys know the truth. Let me give you the scoop. Listen to what I say. I give it to you straight. You know, I never give it to you gay. We have formed a nice bottom, changed market structure, backtest to POC. Looks like we are ready to see ETH outperform Bitcoin like crazy, which really could give us ETH pumping much higher than Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin reclaims 96K, I think it would be very easy for ETH to hit 4,000 plus. All right, let's take a look quickly at Bitcoin dominance. Get the overall feel of the market. You know what I mean? Bitcoin Dom. All right. I had a friend named Dominic. He was really into Bitcoin. We all called him Bitcoin Dom. We should have listened to Bitcoin Dom. He was telling us to buy back in the day. But here's the thing. We couldn't take him seriously because he stuttered. And he had a lisp. He's like, hey guys. I think you should buy. He couldn't even get the words out. Bitcoin. We didn't take him seriously. Turns out the man was a genius. And we were all idiots. Bitcoin Dom, baby. Shout out to Bitcoin Dom. I wonder what he's up to now. Probably that fat guy in the yacht surrounded by hot chicks on the winning side of all my losing trades. Bitcoin Dom breaking down from some pretty key support. I'd say it's more probable than not, based on money flow, we do see Bitcoin Dom come down a little bit more. That means if we get a relief rally here, Bitcoin Dom can come down a little bit, but as long as it holds steady, these altcoins could outperform Bitcoin. All right, let's check out the altcoin Dom. Total 3. So look at this. Altcoin Dom right now on the weekly has confirmed a green dot. You know, again, it doesn't matter bull or bear market. You get a green dot on Bitcoin, on altcoin dominance, you're going to see altcoins outperform Bitcoin, right? It happened back here in 2022, and we saw altcoins in general, the altcoin market outperformed Bitcoin by 45%. Now, obviously, in the bull market, we get these weekly bottoms, and we see altcoin market outperform Bitcoin by 150%. This was alt season after Trump wins the election. But even in April, right? Even in April, I know this sounds crazy because a lot of altcoins didn't hit all-time highs, but the altcoin market in general outperforms Bitcoin by 80%. And so right now, we're printing another bottom here. And, you know, why would we think we couldn't just come back to the top of the range? That's 45%. Altcoins outperform Bitcoin. Now, when the Ethereum Bitcoin chart looks bullish, when altcoin dominance looks bullish against Bitcoin dominance, and Bitcoin is primed right now to print a bottom, which it has printed already, which historically means Bitcoin gets some relief. I think it's safe to say we can be biased for a little bit of upside here on altcoins. Now, I know a lot of people have lost heart. And again, I'm not calling for anything crazy on altcoins, but I don't see why we can't expect some of these to maybe come back to the top of their ranges at least, right? Let's be conservative here, right? We could be conservative and say, look, Solana could come back to the top of the range, $200, right? Big weekly bottom on Solana confirmed. Ethereum's looking like it could hit 4K. You know, Solana about to print a hidden bullish div on the 2-week. Right? Sol against the dollar about to print a hidden bull div on the 2-week. Let's check out Sol versus the Bitcoin. All right, not as good as ETH versus the Bitcoin. But look at this, right? We have ourselves on Sol. We have a bullish div on the 2-week, right? Bullish div on the 2-week, a change of structure, a higher low, and a trigger wave about to print. I mean, this looks like we could see Solana pump against the dollar and compared to Bitcoin, outperform Bitcoin, coming back up to make a higher high in the 618.76 by anywhere between 60 to 70%. All right, so even if we're being conservative here, right? And again, this is not financial advice, and I'm not telling anybody to buy altcoins right now on spot, because it's my personal view that the first half of 2026 is going to be bearish for crypto in general. But I'm expecting a relief rally. I'm expecting a bull trap coming within the next few weeks. All right, I'm expecting things to pump in the next few weeks. And the reason why is not because I'm a bull, perma bull, or whatever. If you've been following me, you know that since October 6th, I said the top could probably be in. I literally said that. I said this could be the top. All right. In fact, I have the video. But I don't think I actually have access to it right now. Yeah, I don't know where it is right now. I'll have to find that video. But so I do think we see some bearish action, but first I think we get this push to the upside, just to trap everybody. You know, October 10th ruined a lot of people. A lot of people out of the game. Sellers are exhausted. Seller exhaustion. It is time for a pump. People are very dismal right now. A lot of people say there's no hope now for alts. Right? I even know people who have literally sold all their altcoins after October. Right? Sold them in November, December. And so it's the perfect time to get a little bit of a pump, right? Look at Solana against the Bitcoin, man. This is pretty crazy, right? Just to like recap a little bit here. Let's just show what has happened. We have a key support, which is this low, all right? This is a 2-week order block right here, all right? You could even pull it all the way back to April 2021. Support, resistance flipping to support, right? We come down to it on the 2-week with the momentum getting higher as the price is getting lower, right? This is Sol versus Bitcoin. The money flow curving from the purple into the blue as the price makes a lower low. Then we change market structure, right? We had a high, a low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, our first higher high. Then we make a higher low. Where's the higher low come in? At the altcoin pocket. The altcoin pocket is the zone between the 786 and the 886. We bounced right from the altcoin pocket. And now we are about to confirm a continuation pattern on the 2-week as the price money flow is getting higher. So this is Solana looking to outperform Bitcoin. Then we go to the dang Solana chart against the dollar. And what do we see? We see the 2-week about to print a hidden bullish divergence against the dollar. Right? We see the weekly confirmed a bottom here. Right? Not quite a hidden bull div. But it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out leading up until February. Beginning of February. All right. Now, let's see how our Bitcoin long trade is doing. It's getting a little bit of a pump here, guys. Over on ANTARCTIC exchange. All right. Lowest fees on a DEX, only if you use my link. 0% limit, 0.015% market order, decentralized. You don't have to worry about a frozen account. You don't have to worry about anything. Everything is 100% transparent on the blockchain. You hold your own assets at all times. Everything's on smart contract. All right, we got the liquidity. This exchange is going to be better and better and better. It's going to be the next big thing. All right, are we going to pump here? Let's see. Let's see. Buy when people abandon alts. Gold opportunity. It has worked out each time. Who is even a perma anything? Not here, I don't think. I don't think anyone here is a perma thing. You see the dollar flushing down your toilet? In my house, we don't say toilet, we say toilet. We say toilet. Shout out to Michael Saylor in the chat. Good to see Michael Saylor here. Michael Saylor is watching the stream, absolutely. All right, Michael Saylor's trying to win that $1,000 to buy a little bit more Bitcoin, baby. And a quick reminder, guys, BLOFIN is giving away $1,000 today. In order for your chance to win, all you need to do is click the link right here, okay? You don't have to deposit anything, but you can win money to trade on BLOFIN with the lowest fees that BLOFIN offers anybody. Okay, I have special deals with BLOFIN, I have special deals with ANTARCTIC. You cannot get fees this low on either of those exchanges unless you use my link, all right? We got a special deal. I'm like, BLOFIN, look, man, people want low fees. BLOFIN's like, for you, Jay, we could do it. You know? Can you buy spot on ANTARCTIC? I know if it's not here now, it will be here very soon. If it's not here now, it will be here very soon. Man, there are such big things coming for ANTARCTIC, man. I'm excited. I'm legit excited. All right, big things coming for ANTARCTIC. Very soon you'll be able to buy spot. All right. This exchange is made by people who actually trade in the dang trenches. All right, it's made by traders for traders. It's everything you could want. Now it's very new. It's very, very new. But we have a big vision. All right? And big visions drive big outcomes. Trust me. Big visions drive big outcomes. If there's no vision, and nothing gets done. But if you got a big vision, man, that's where big things happen. All right? That's where big things happen. I had a big vision for Bitcoin when I bought in at $600. Thought someday it might see 10K. That was a pretty big vision back then. Can you buy Greenland and Arctic? Yeah, probably. Shout out to Quicker. Well, I don't want to steal CryptoFace's trader, all right? But if your fees aren't 0.015, then you're not signed up under me, Quicker. It's okay. These fees are only for the first 30 days. On ANTARCTIC? Nah, these are forever fees. And as far as I know on BLOFIN, they are not for just 30 days. I'm pretty sure they are not, all right? I'm pretty sure they're not. Whoa, Bitcoin dumping, baby, back to the entry. Bitcoin dumping, baby, back to the entry. I was driving a Bugatti, now I'm driving a Bentley. My goodness. All right, what do you say we do a giveaway for BLOFIN, okay? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna split $1,000 between a few people, all right? So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do 5 winners, 200 each. 5 winners, 200 each. How's that sound? What I need you to do is spam the chat with your BLOFIN user ID. All right? Spam the chat with your BLOFIN user ID. Yeah, ANTARCTIC is blue and purple, by the way. It's blue and purple. ANTARCTIC is blue and purple, baby. Right? Isn't that legit? Yeah, made by traders for traders, all right? I had some pretty big input on this. Okay? I had some pretty big input on this. So yeah, blue and purple, baby, that's the way. But everything's customizable. Everything's customizable. All right, so over here, style, right? You can get presets, all right? But also, obviously, you can customize it like normal. And everything's movable, everything's resizable. Don't sleep on ANTARCTIC, baby. All right, spam the dang chat with your BLOFIN user ID. All right, here we go. We're gonna do a countdown. And when I count down from 10, the first 5 who are highlighted with my mouse will win $200 each. Here we go, baby. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's see who our winners are here. They are PrimeVids 3 and then Cristo Cropelle. All right, PrimeVids 3, Cristo Cropelle, Samuel 6, PrimeVids again, so that don't count. Let's make sure we got those 3. Dang. Did I just... Lost the spot. Hang on. Gotta find it again. One second here, guys. Here we go. Alright, so Privates 3, Michael Saylor, Morton, Woolback, and Samuels 6. Alright? These are 5. Samuel 6, Privates 3, Woodback, Morton, and Michael Saylor. Alright, those are our 5 winners right here, as can be seen from the screenshot. We start with Privates 3, and then Cristo Crato Tapele. Right up here, Privates 3, Cristo Crato Tapele, Samuel, Woodback, Morton, and then, yeah, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right there, alright? So I'm going to send this over to BLOFIN right now. You guys are each going to receive 200 smack rolls, alright? Smackerel e quesos. All right, man, that was invigorating. That was invigorating. Congrats to the winners. Shout out to Larry Garcia. Dang, bro, I'm sorry to hear that. Shout out to DJ33P. Shout out to Woodback, our winner. All right, look, it's gonna process, and it'll go right into the account. Okay. Shout out to Remo5150. Dang, I'm sorry you were logged out. Don't worry, there'll be other times. Other giveaways, all right? Can we check the best place to short Zcash if we get one last Pumperoni and Casso? Yeah. All right. Well, we're forming a bit of a flag here. This is the weekly on Binance. Let's put our support resistance flip. So let's go down to the daily here. I would say, did we already backtest the golden pocket? You know, that's always the first place you look. And the answer is no, we didn't. So let's take a look at the volume of the flag here. Okay, so we backtest the POC. I mean, if we can get a move up to this zone here, you know, this is obviously going to be the place to look if we're going to break down, right? Basically, fake out of the trend line into the golden pocket, and then boom, right? Everyone's looking for the breakout of the triangle. We fake out the triangle, and then boom, all right? Obvious other places to look is simply just a fake out of the all-time highs. In fact, this looks really, really nice here on Binance. Right now on Binance, we have lower highs. All right, this is the daily chart. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lower highs up here. AKA, we have liquidity up here. AKA, we could get a big pump stop hunt and then fake out, right? Everyone's like, this is it. We're breaking out the triangle, higher high. Then we just fake out and we come down and take the low of the triangle for the take profit 1 right here. All right. This would be a great short on Zcash, trading a sideways range, fake out of the high. Everyone's excited. Come down to the range low, where then we could play it by ear, really, right? Those would be the two places I'd be interested in good old ZEC, right? Yeah, it's going to be USDT in the giveaway. All right, USDT. Let's check out Bitcoin again. Oh, we're back in the green, baby, if you know what I mean, baby. I said we're back in the green, if you know what I mean. All right, guys. I gotta pee, all right? I'll be right back. Alright, we're back, baby. Wonder if we're in the green or in the red. Wonder if we're in the green or on the red, man. All this money's going straight to my head, baby. We're up right now, $9. This money's going straight to my head. You know? Look, when you're reeling in money like this, $9, $7, it's easy to get cocky. You know? I'm going to post this on Twitter. Man. I'm going to post this on Twitter right now. Can't believe it. Can't believe how much money I'm printing right now. Man, it's crazy. Never thought I'd make it to this level, baby. Yeah, I ran out of Depends. Oh, the egg code, guys, is Plunger. By the way, the egg code is Plunger. If you want to get some eggs in the Discord where you can exchange the eggs for cash prizes, alright? The Discord is set up, free and paid, alright? It is set up so that those who put in value get value back. So in the Casper crew, in the VIP Discord, everyone gets more eggs than non-VIPs. But every week we do giveaways, alright, for cash. And the way to enter is you need eggs. The way you get eggs is watch my live streams. And right now, there's a quest that you can claim by clicking claim and type in the word plunger, and you can get eggs. Also, every single day we do an egg drop. You can claim your eggs. All right, just got 10 eggs. Also, every single day we do games. All right, in the Discord we do games to give away eggs. And of course, once a month we do Casper Crew Game Day, where we give away literally thousands of dollars and have a lot of fun. Alright, in the Discord, of course, this is VIP only, alright? Purple stuff is all Discord members. Blue and pink is VIP only, alright? Make sure to check it out. Also, the top 10 egg leaders every single month get a chance to enter into a $500 raffle. Pretty cool. Pretty dang cool, baby. Alright? Pretty dang cool. Don't be a fool. Drop out of school. My kids, man, they know I didn't graduate high school now. Now they think I'm an idiot. Like, I don't trust you. Because you quit going to school. You know? Because, again, I'm not a financial advisor. Alright? Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. God bless you all. God bless you all. Shout out to Crypto Tom. I didn't turn the mic off when I peed. Well, sorry. Make sure to like the stream. Ha! Man, what a funny guy that Jason Casper is, let me tell you. Alright, guys. I think I'm going to head out for the day. God bless you all. I love you all. May the Lord bless you in Jesus' name. Thank you so much for coming on in. Make sure to like, subscribe, click the bell. And I will see you guys next time. Peace!